Good evening and welcome. I will now call the special board meeting of June 23rd, 2025 to order. The Durham District School Board acknowledges that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships, both historic and modern, with the territories upon which our school board and schools are located. Today, this area is home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island. We acknowledge that Durham region forms a part of the traditional and treaty territory of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island First Nation, the Mississauga peoples, and the treaty territory of the Chippewas of Georgina Islands First Nations. It is on these ancestral and treaty lands that we teach, learn, and live. Are there any declarations of interest? Seeing none, there are no declarations of interest at this time. Can I please have a mover and seconder to approve the agenda as distributed? Thank you, Trustee Linton. Thank you, Trustee Arsenault. All in favour? Thank you. The agenda is approved as distributed. We will now move to item 5, recommended actions. The purpose of the meeting this evening is to consider the recommendation of the Education Finance Committee adopted at its June 17th, 2025 meeting. I would like to invite Trustee Morton as Chair of the Education Finance Committee to share a few words and to bring forward the motion.
Thank you, Chair. I am very pleased to bring forward this recommended motion. We are very fortunate to be able to present a balanced budget. Our conscientious, hardworking staff were challenged when they were presented with a very limited time frame. However, with their strong efforts, we are able to present a balanced budget which will maintain our status quo and even provide enhanced programming in some areas. So thank you to our director, Camille Williams-Taylor. Thank you to our associate director, David Wright. Thank you to Jennifer Machin, Melissa Durwood, Lisa Bianca, Kristen Talbot, and all staff and trustees who provided input and support. We are grateful. Our combined efforts have yielded much success, made which, merci beaucoup, thank you to all. And I will now move the motion. I move that the Board of Trustees adopt the resolution of the Education Finance Committee of June 17th, 2025, approving the draft 2025-2026 balanced budget containing total revenues and expenses of $1,308,989,261.
Thank you, Trustee Morton. Do we have a seconder for that motion? Thank you, Trustee Jacula. Recognizing that we have had 3 very robust meetings of the Education Finance Committee, where members of the committee as well as other trustees participated, have asked many questions and engaged in discussion. Questions for clarifications this evening may be entertained by staff before trustees consider the unanimous recommendation of the Education Finance Committee. Is there any discussion? Trustee Edwards.
Thank you. I support this balanced budget, which reflects their strategic goals and puts their student achievement and well-being first. Even though the Ministry of Education did not release the core education funding to school boards until late on Friday, May 23rd, staff, as mentioned, staff managed to put this budget together to meet the submission deadline at the end of the month. This is thanks to our experienced and dedicated staff who listened and answered all or many questions that a balanced budget has been forward today for approval. As many school boards are submitting deficit budgets, we are fortunate to submit a balanced budget. We are fortunate to be able to put forward a budget that continues successful initiatives like the graduation coaches for Black students and increase the number of educational assistants by 25. As we are a growing board, much of the increase in education funding has been due to enrollment. Benchmarks increased by less than inflation, stagnant statutory benefits rates for CP and EI, as well as benchmarks for technology, and the cost pressure are just some of the cost pressures we have to face while putting this budget together. Next year, we also may be faced with financial challenges by implementing regulatory changes under Bill 33, should the funding not be provided by the ministry. However, this budget shows that the DDSB prioritizes students and staff well-being first. As I said, I support the budget. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Cunningham?
Thank you, and through you, Chair, I also want to state how pleased I am with this budget. I've been following the news with several other school boards and seeing the drastic cuts that so many school boards are facing with the extremely limited dollars that the provincial government has been distributing to school boards. I don't know what magic you managed to work in order to come up with a budget that I feel meets students' needs, increasing them over this current year in so many ways. I think you've done a phenomenal job, and I'm really excited to approve this budget because I think it does everything we need it to do, and I don't know how you made that happen, but thank you for making that happen.
Thank you. I will now call the vote. All those in favour, could you please put up your check mark, and those online, could you indicate? Thank you. All those in favour? I said that already, didn't I? Okay. Thank you. That motion is carried. Seeing no further business, can I please have a mover and seconder to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Trustee Oldfield. Thank you, Trustee Cunningham. All in favour? This meeting is now adjourned.